In the heart of the glamorous Los Feliz neighborhood of Los Angeles, a house sits quietly on Glendara Place. From the outside, the Los Feliz Murder House looks like a classic 1920s Spanish revival mansion. Its stately arches and red-tiled roof a testament to an era of Hollywood opulence. But behind its ornate facade lies a chilling tale of murder, mystery, and decades of silence. This is the story of a house that has fascinated true crime enthusiasts, paranormal believers, and urban explorers for generations. The birth of an architectural gem. The Los Feliz Murder Mansion, completed in 1925, was designed in the Spanish Revival style that dominated Los Angeles during the Roaring Twenties. Nestled on a hillside, the home boasted sweeping views of the city below and the surrounding Griffith Park. With over 5,000 square feet of living space, it included luxurious features, multiple fireplaces, a grand staircase, arched doorways, hand-carved wooden beams, and an elegant library. The house was more than just a home. It was a symbol of success. Its first owners, Harold and Florence Schumacher, were well off and enjoyed the prestige that came with living in such a coveted neighborhood. But tragedy would strike early, leaving an ominous mark on the mansion. A house of early misfortunes. Just 3 years after moving into the house, both Harold and Florence Schumacher passed away within weeks of each other in 1928. Their deaths were attributed to natural causes, but the coincidence set the stage for the house's reputation as a site of misfortune. Neighbors whispered about the bad luck that seemed to cling to the property. When the mansion was sold in 1930, it went to Wilfred Beaton, a prominent magazine editor, and his son Donald. For a brief moment, it seemed the house might shake its unlucky streak. However, tragedy struck again. Donald, only 21 years old, died from a sudden illness. A year later, Beaton's magazine failed, and he was forced to declare bankruptcy, losing the house in the process. The Perelson family and the Night of Horror. The house's most infamous chapter began in the 1950s when it was purchased by Dr. Harold Perelson, a successful cardiologist, and his wife, Lillian. The Perelsons, along with their 3 children, Judy, Debbie, and Joel, seemed to embody the American dream. But behind the scenes, Harold was grappling with significant financial stress. A failed medical invention had drained his resources, and his family's future was precarious. On the night of December 6, 1959, the dream turned into a nightmare. Dr. Perelson, in a fit of desperation or madness, took a ball-peen hammer and attacked Lillian as she slept, killing her instantly. He then turned on his eldest daughter, Judy, but she managed to fight him off and escape the house, screaming for help. Before the police could arrive, Harold drank a deadly cocktail of tranquilizers and acid, ending his own life. The 2 younger children, Debbie and Joel, were found unharmed, asleep in their beds. The scene was horrific, and the motive unclear. Some speculated that Harold snapped under the weight of his financial troubles, while others suggested he may have suffered from a hidden mental illness. A time capsule of tragedy. Following the murders, the house was sold in 1960 to the Enriquez family. However, they never moved in. Instead, they used the mansion as a storage facility, leaving its rooms filled with furniture, clothing, and other belongings from the Perelson era. It became a time capsule, with Christmas decorations still hanging and old newspapers from the 1950s scattered across the floors. For over 50 years, the house sat vacant. Its eerie stillness attracted urban explorers, thrill seekers, and paranormal enthusiasts. Peering through its dusty windows, visitors reported seeing untouched remnants of the Perelson family's life, a ghostly reminder of the night that changed everything. The rise of urban legends. With its tragic past and abandoned state, the Los Feliz Murder House became a magnet for ghost stories and urban legends. Locals claimed to hear phantom screams coming from the property late at night. Some visitors reported seeing shadowy figures in the windows or feeling an unshakable sense of dread when approaching the house. Despite these claims, no concrete evidence of paranormal activity has ever been found. But the mansion's unsettling atmosphere, combined with its grisly history, makes it easy to understand why people believe it's haunted. The stigma of a murder mansion. The real estate market is notoriously tough on stigmatized properties, and the Los Feliz Murder House is no exception. Homes associated with violent crimes or supernatural legends often sell for much less than their market value. Potential buyers are deterred not just by the tragic history, but also by the attention such properties attract. In the case of the Los Feliz Murder House, the stigma is compounded by its lengthy abandonment. For decades, it stood as a decaying monument to the past, further driving down its appeal to conventional buyers. Attempts to breathe new life into the property. In 2016, attorney Lisa Bloom purchased the mansion for $2.28 million, intending to restore its former grandeur and erase the stains of its tragic past. However, the project proved more challenging than anticipated, with the house's severely deteriorated condition presenting structural and aesthetic hurdles. The mansion's infamous history also posed difficulties, as its notoriety attracted more curious onlookers than serious renovation partners. Eventually, Bloom decided to cut her losses and sold the property in 2020 to an LLC represented by Efi Zlotnitsky for $2.35 million. The new owners envisioned a complete transformation, commissioning renowned architect Richard Landry to draft plans for a sleek, modernized version of the mansion. Renderings included updated interiors and state-of-the-art amenities, while retaining the charm of the original Spanish Revival architecture. Despite these ambitious efforts and the release of Landry's visually stunning designs, the house has yet to find a permanent occupant. Its grim legacy, combined with the staggering costs of such an overhaul, continues to deter potential buyers from taking the leap. Cultural fascination and media spotlight. The Los Feliz Murder Mansion has become a cultural phenomenon, inspiring countless podcasts, YouTube videos, and true crime documentaries that dissect its dark past. Its haunting story has been featured on shows like BuzzFeed Unsolved and discussed in popular podcasts like Lore, captivating audiences with its eerie blend of true crime and mystery. The property's chilling past, complete with a time capsule-like interior untouched for decades, and its foreboding appearance make it a perfect subject for media exploration. In addition to its true crime appeal, the mansion has also become a pilgrimage site for paranormal enthusiasts and thrill seekers who are drawn to its lore. Guided ghost tours often include the house on their itineraries, weaving its tragic history into tales of ghostly apparitions and lingering spirits, further cementing its place in pop culture as one of Los Angeles' most intriguing haunted landmarks. Thanks for joining us on this chilling journey into the Los Feliz Murder Mansion. If you love uncovering dark mysteries and untold stories, hit that like button and subscribe to keep the thrills coming. Who knows, our next tale might just send shivers down your spine.